everyone, I'm Heather from Going Batty, and today I'm going to do a real quick video on how I make peach preserves. So in my pot here, I have about 8 cups of chopped peaches. Now I got these, the grocery store had them on sale for 79 cents a pound. So I got some peaches, I put them in a paper bag, I let them ripen, and my kids had some, and then the rest of them we're gonna make preserves out of this. And this is gonna be a really simple recipe. This is just peaches, sugar, and lemon juice. So it's kind of an old-fashioned recipe. It doesn't have any pectin in it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with cooking these down, and then we're gonna add the sugar and the lemon juice in it. I'm going to turn my peaches on a medium-high heat, and we're going to put 1/4 cup of lemon juice in here. And then we're just gonna let this kind of come to a boil, and then we're going to take like a potato masher to these peaches, and we're gonna squish them down. All right, so it's starting to boil a little bit, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the potato masher to this, and we're just going to squish it up a little bit. I do want like some chunks in it, but I don't want massive amounts of chunks. So I still want it to have a little bit of texture and not be completely smooth. Now the other thing you could probably do is you could take a stick blender to it, but I don't have one of those, so we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. All right, so I've got the peaches all squished up, and we're gonna go ahead and add our sugar. Now I've got 5 cups of sugar here. We're just gonna pour that in, and I've already turned my heat down to a medium, and we're just gonna let this cook. All right, so Jack's hovering over sniffing the peach jam. This has come up to like a little bit of a boil, so we're gonna let it go for about 25 minutes, and then we will, guys, quit. We will test it by sticking a cold spoon in it and seeing if it sticks to the spoon, and I'll show you how I do that. While my peaches are cooking down, I'm putting my water bath on to cook. Now I have this ginormous one, so I've got it over both burners, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring that up to a boil, and then after I wash my jars, we're gonna sterilize them in this water bath. All right, so this has been boiling for about 25 minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a spoon that I've put in the freezer, we're gonna dip it in here, and we're gonna see if it's thick enough. It looks like it probably needs to cook a little more because it's still kind of dripping. So we'll give it a little more time. So what you're looking for is for it to not drip like that, for it to take longer to drip. So we're gonna give it just a little more time, like maybe about 5 or 10 minutes more. So we're gonna pull this off, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrape, see all that foam there? I'm gonna scrape all that foam out and then put it in my sterilized jars. All right, so I have my jars all sterilized, my funnel, my spoon, all my lids, everything that I need has all been sterilized. And so now we're gonna fill our jars with our peach preserves. All right, so now we're going to put some white vinegar in here, maybe about, I don't know, like 1/4 cup. We're doing that so our jars don't get cloudy, especially if you're like me where you live where there's city water. There's a lot of stuff in the water, so that vinegar will help keep your jars from getting cloudy. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull our little basket up, hang it on the sides, and then I'm going to put my jars in here. All right, I'm going to lower this down carefully so my jars don't flip over, and we're going to process this for about 10 minutes. And I just had one of my jars just kind of tilt to the side, so what I'm going to do is just put it back up. But you want about 1 inch of water that covers this. Cover this, and we're going to process it for 10 minutes. All right, our timer went off, and we're going to go ahead and remove these jars from our water bath. All right, I got them out of the water bath. You want to set them on a towel. You never want to put your hot jars straight onto your countertop. You can crack them. So we're going to let these sit, and you're going to be listening for that really distinct like pop, that ping and it'll tell you that your jars have sealed. So let these sit for 24 hours. Don't move them, don't touch them, just let them be. All right, guys, so that is peach preserves. Like I said, we're gonna let these set, and then I'll label them, and then they'll go into our future food storage pantry. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave any comments you have down below, and more updates as we go. Bye.